Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Sellers Seminar. Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team. I am John Hodorovych, Keller Williams Metropolitan, 44 Whippany Road, right here in Morristown. Now ranked number 9 for best places for families to live in 2024, thanks to Fortune.com. On this Sellers Seminar, we are talking about how to properly price your home when you put it on the market. So for that, I had to go to the big guy. I had to go to our team leader, the Lorenzo portion of the Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team, Peter Lorenzo himself. Thank you so much for joining me.
How are you?
I'm good. So there's a lot going on in the market, right? Every Monday, you do a market review, specifically here in Morris County. Talk to us real quick about that and where people can find that.
We do on Facebook Live. I do a Monday morning market review. I've got people all over the country listening into it, and we basically look at what is coming soon, available, under contract, sold. Then we take a little quick train ride east, and we look at Madison, Chatham, Florham Park, because it gives us, there's the 700, that used to be the average price point, 700 to kind of 1.2 in Morris Township, Morris Plains, and then we've got 1.2 to 3.2 in Madison, Chatham, Florham Park within a 5-mile stretch, so along the train line. So it's really effective. You get those two enclaves, and it gives us a luxury market, and it also gives us a nice suburban market too.
Now, obviously, there's the inventory. I don't want it's a little low right now because it's low. So, what is your process now in this? I don't want to call it a difficult market, but it's kind of tough for people when we don't have a lot to comp out.
Right.
What's your process on telling your sellers on how to price their home?
So, I always look at what's coming to market. Okay. I'll look at availables. I'll look at solds. I'll also look at old solds. Last September is when we saw the shift in the market. The integer I use, and if you look at my Monday morning market review, I look at the number of listings that we take every month. So I have that tracked probably the past 5 years. There was COVID in 2022. We were ending up at that. So that's high with the number of listings. 2023, we started to see, we were coming off of that, some normalcy, normalcy. Then we started to see in September, we saw the rates kick up and we saw the number of listings go down. Last September, we took 4 listings. This September, I'm going to project, it's probably a little high, but 14 listings. Especially if the rates come down a little bit. So I look at it's like, what do we price a house? Well, there's that question, but what do we price the house in this market right now, which could be different, in 2 weeks. Right. We have very niche markets in what's going on, so we want to handle that. How I go about it, when I price a home, I do look at the solds first. I have a way, I call it a non-market assessment and then a market assessment. The non-market assessment is I take the total price of the home. I usually go 50 or 100,000 under, 50 or 100,000 over. I look at the bedrooms. I look at the baths. That gives me a conservative number that I can kind of weigh in on. Then I actually take that number and I throw it into what's happening in the market. Okay. So I get a comparison. It's kind of like when somebody goes into a house and they say it's got good bones. Yep. So I give myself some good bones to work on, and I take those bones and I have to throw some meat on it. I love my analogies, don't you? So I have to throw some meat on it and make it more valuable. Like, okay, what does this house have that this house doesn't? But then I go into, hey, what's coming soon? What's available? What's available close by? What do I think buyers are going to think of this? Then if there's some opportunity to go out and look at and go visit other homes that other buyers will be looking at, I'll take it to that next level and say, I'm going to go walk into this other house, compare it to the house that I have listed or that somebody has listed or they want a comparison on, and put my buyer's mind on and see what would I pay for.
Now, you mentioned you go back to old solds. How far back do you go?
I only go back to old solds if I have to. I just kind of want to see the history. In this market, I will look at COVID prices to 2021. I won't set up my price point to that, but I will know what happened, because where you had a lot of people, interest rates are 3, right? So you had a lot of people throwing offers at it.
Mm.
Now you have low inventory. You're going to have less people throwing offers at it, but the prices are going to be there. So I may say, you know what? That's only COVID, but the price was there. Now we've got this low inventory, which is going to add some value or motivation. Are we going to see those same prices? And I'll just, and then I always weigh on, get the most activity you can. My biggest thing is build confidence in the buyers. And when I talk about that with sellers, I think they appreciate it. My job is to build confidence in the buyer when they leave. How do you do that? The house needs to, you never want the appraisal price to be your asking price. Okay. Like that, you don't want that to be the driver. It does have to play a part in it. And I'm happy to go into this, and the team knows this.
That's
too.
Next month. That's next month.
Yep. You want when the buyer comes into that listing and they're leaving with their agent, you want the buyer to say, Joyce, let's say their agent's Joyce, there were 20 people at the open house. We know we're not seeing 10, 20 offers now, but did they price the house right? Mm-hmm. And you need Joyce, the buyer's agent, to say, yeah, the team priced the house right.
Okay.
Because then the buyer's going to say, how much should we go over? Or should we be at asking? Or, right in this market, you really don't want to be on the market too long, because then you're probably coming under. So you want to price it where you're building confidence, and where the sellers know that you priced the house well. And if they're going to go over, then you can create those bidding wars, which are healthy, for the market. And I don't like seeing agents, and I've told agents, don't price it too low, where you've got all this excitement and all these buyers right now wandering around the house all excited of, oh, this house is, listed at 600 when it should really be listed at 700 or 800, 650, 700. And they're going to say, well, where do we come in from? All your offers are going to be low. And then you're going to get people that know and did their homework where the price should be.
There is such a thing, actually, is too many offers, because that means the listing agent priced that house too low, right?
I don't want to say too many offers. In this market, yes. I think on average you're seeing 3 to 5 good offers within a 1 to 3 week time period.
Okay. That's
different than COVID, where you were getting, and I hate to reference back to it, 10 to 30 offers and all over the gamut. There were prices at the asking price, there were some below, there were some way above. So we're still seeing, like, if you had to ask, if the agent is doing a good job of listing the home, we're seeing it sell, and we're seeing it above asking. Morristown, Morris Township, Morris Plains, consistently been trading up at 4%. Madison, Chatham, Florida Park, 5%, went up to 6%. If I isolate some of those homes a little bit more, I've seen 7 to 12% above list price.
Okay, so now you've got offers in your hand as the listing agent. What are you looking for in those offers?
It depends what the seller is looking for.
Okay.
I, as an expert and their consultant, say, let me tell you what I'm looking for. 1 is to get you the most. 2 is to get the best. And what do I mean by the best? Options or provisions. Usually it's a portion of the appraisal waived or full. I'm looking for waived inspections, less major structural, environmental, mechanical.
Right.
Everybody should be doing those. I'm looking for a great agent on the other side.
Okay. Someone that's going to get you to the closing table and not cause any headaches.
I always look at it as I'm working, like, my job is to market the opportunity, the product. Then I want somebody on the other side that is working with me on getting this to, like you said, to the closing table. How do you go through an experienced agent that knows in some of the older homes we're going to see some things, we have to work through those things. Are we working together, or are you working against me? Obviously, we have to represent both the seller and the buyer. We each have that responsibility to our clients, but it's all in good faith in getting together. So I'm looking for an educated agent. I'm looking for a motivated buyer and a well-financed buyer.
That pretty much covers it. There's so much more we can cover.
It sounds like we're doing it next month.
Yeah, next month we're going to be covering appraisals, which actually definitely affects the seller.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. I'd be happy to talk about that too.
Okay, so next month we're going to talk to Peter Lorenzo again about the appraisal portion of the home selling process. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team Sellers Seminar. I am John Hodorovych, 44 Whippany Road, Morristown, New Jersey, Keller Williams Metropolitan. He is our team leader. Peter Lorenzo, thank you so much for watching.
And you can always visit us on www.crawfordlorenzohomesales.com. Take a look at that website because it goes over and features everybody on our team. It also provides a way to get in touch with. We've got 10 people on our team. We've got a number of vendors, like 200 if you need anything. That's our VIP program. So if you're interested in that, just put a request below.
And the cell phone number for the team will be up at the end of this video. So if you want to contact us, please feel free to do so. But it's 973-615-1567. You'll get the big guy on the other end of the line. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Thank you.